Welcome back, everybody. Episode 7 of the Beers and Beat podcast. I'm here today with Woodzy. How are you doing, Woodzy?
I'm good, Gabe. How you doing?
I'm doing great. My name is Gabe. I didn't say it, but that's who I am. We've been having a wonderful time experiencing what the frick is going on with the world. There's been a lot of stuff happening. We've talked about so much of it on stream. We've had a great one, but we actually came up with a really interesting idea. So our mods together have decided that they want to be joining us for a very special episode of the podcast called the Modcast. So stick around for episode 10, where you're going to get to see some insights from our mods on how horrible it is to mod for Woodzy and Gabe Barbosa on Twitch.
I thought you were just going to leave it at Woodzy then for a second. I was like,
no.
Gabe, wow.
No, for both of us, dude. Modding ain't easy, so that's going to be a fun one. Stick around for that, because that's going to be a very, very good time. Today, me and Woodzy got a lot of stuff to talk about, but first we want to thank you guys for listening. Our consistency with viewership is starting to hit its baseline, which is amazing. So we appreciate you guys listening to the podcast over on Anchor, Spotify, wherever the frick else. There's like, how many platforms? There's like 7 platforms we're on now. Wherever you listen to podcasts. Thank you so much.
Spotify personally.
Yeah, I think we have like 4 Spotify subscriptions. So people who like get it automatically, I guess. I don't know how to subscribe to a podcast on Spotify. But either way, thank you so very much. We appreciate it greatly. And while we're at the time of this recording this, we just recently officially launched Woodzy's line of merch. As you guys know, I did the photos. Woodzy got the cool design all set up and the great clothing. So we just want to say thank you so very much to people who did bought it.
Thank you.
It was awesome. It was great. I know my chat loved it. My chat was excited when it dropped. I'm sure your chat was maybe not nice about it. But either way, anybody who bought anything, we
literally had 20 sales.
We
had 20 sales in the first stream, so kind of pog.
Hey, there's a pog right there. Thank you, everybody. That was very, very kind of all of you to do that. Very, very nice. We appreciate you so very much. I've got coffee. I'm beans today. Woodzy, you're the beers man.
I'm already I'm 2 beers down already. This is my 3rd. So if I start slurring by the end of the podcast, you guys know why.
Well, we'll understand. Everyone will get it. Everyone will be aware. All right. I want to talk about, just straight off the bat, I want to talk about Ninja's new merch.
Let's do it.
Because I realized something that me and Woodzy always talk before the podcast starts. You guys know that. We eventually have to start it because of how long this takes. I just realized it's patent pending.
Yeah.
Which is nuts. So not only is Ninja coming out with cool merch and a custom, you just see the hanger? A custom Ninja hanger?
I didn't know there was a hanger for it. No, I saw the merch and I was like, there's something I never thought of that I might need. But hey, as a balding man, a hood with ear holes in it, in a way. So for those of you who don't know what we're on about, Ninja has released a new line of hoodies where the ear section of the hood is like made of a material that allows the audio to pass through cleanly and it doesn't obscure or create a hearing impairment, and therefore puts them at a disadvantage. So they can wear a hood on stream, or just gaming casually. So kind of pog. Ninja's becoming an inventor now.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, he's got the Ninja underwear. He's got Ninja underwear. He's got Ninja headband, Ninja shoes, Ninja hoodie with patent pending ear holes, dude.
I think he's got Ninja joggers too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he has Ninja joggers too. The Team Ninja joggers. They're nice. They're really nice. But seriously, I'm looking at it right now. So it's for over-the-ear headphones. Obviously, if you're wearing a hoodie and you have in-ear headphones, you're fine. But I do like it because he mentioned how often he likes to play and put his headphones over his ears, but he can't do that if he's playing Valorant, right? Because he needs to hear those tiny footsteps. And it just made me think back to like a couple months ago when I got a hoodie from TwitchCon. Oh my God, it's almost a year ago now. But when I got a hoodie from TwitchCon, it was still cold. And so when I got back, I was gaming with my hoodie and my headphones over my hoodie. I couldn't hear anything, but I just was cold and I liked it. And so it's a nice thing.
It's a nice thick hoodie as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the sound doesn't pass through.
And I never realized that. And then as soon as he came out with this, I was like, God damn it. You're smart, man. Good job, Ninja.
God damn it, Ninja. Think of the problems that I suffer from that I don't realize I have. Yeah, no, I've definitely seen him on stream, and I'm pretty sure like he wears a hood up, and I think he wears it over his headphones, doesn't he?
Yeah, he usually wears it over his headphones.
So like, it's obviously uncomfortable. I've done it before, and it's like I feel like my head's being pulled back. Wait, is that where my hair went? You think that's what it was? I was just pulling my hair back, and that's why it's all falling off.
But you're right though.
Now
Go ahead.
I was just saying we can just rock the hood up now.
Yeah, and you could just leave it. But you're right though, because I remember doing the exact same thing, and actually what caused me like annoyance was that if I moved in a certain way on my chair, because I have this back pillow right here, it got stuck on my hoodie and pulled my whole headphones back, and then it just slides right off, that's annoying as frick. No, thank you.
Awful, especially when you're trying to clutch a 1v1.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's
worse.
my hoodie. And now that I have now that I have a ninja hoodie, I can clutch all my 1v1s.
Oh my god!
Mom,
Thanks
can I
for
get a ninja
using
hoodie
the
for
book.
Christmas?
Get Good Kid as well. How much have they released the price yet for the hoodies?
Yeah, they're for sale right now. They're almost all sold out. $60. I thought they were gonna be like 100.
What?
Yeah, $60. Very cheap. Very, very cheap. But you know, he's ninja, so he can afford to pay for manufacturing and all that. So it's a lot easier.
Yo, that's actually a bargain.
Yeah.
That's cheaper than the 100 Thieves hoodies.
Oh, 100%. And he's also probably making bank. I'm assuming it's $60. He's probably making maybe $30, maybe $35 off of each hoodie, maybe more.
You think about it, he hasn't got paid for as much material around the ears.
It's true. It's true, but he is paying for a different stitching. So there is that.
I'm just winding you up, but no, he was stylizing it. I saw the advert for it, and it was like streetwear, gamer wear, office wear, and I was like it's in smart casual offices, maybe, I don't know, but if I was wearing that on the street, somebody'd be like, "What is wrong with the side of that kid's head?"
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
I think streetwear is a bit of a push.
If the hood is down, I'll give you streetwear.
Yeah,
but when the hood is up,
hood down, fair play.
Woods is right.
It up.
Yeah.
I just feel like, what am I gonna do when, like, do you have it? This is gonna make me sound like really horrible. Then I was gonna, like, when people come up bothering you during the street, they're like trying to sell you something, or like somebody begging. I feel really bad saying that. And I'm just like, I try to just be like, I've got my headphones in, I can't hear you. But like, you've got like the gap
massive
in your ears,
windows directly to your ears.
Amazingly.
You can hear great.
I'm just ignoring you. See, in Spain, it's great. I just start talking really loudly in English, and everyone leaves me alone.
Yeah, they're like, I don't want to talk to that person. Frick no.
I'm that kind of guy.
I'm liking these hoodies. But now that we're talking about freaking these hoodies, let's talk about the 100 Thieves hoodies.
Oh man, I'm excited.
I'm excited too, but I don't want to spend any money on it. So you said something about the jacket. I want you to talk about the jacket before I talk about the jacket.
Okay, so just for paint a little picture here.
Yeah, give them.
I don't know. Do you know how much 100 Thieves merch normally sells for?
I know how much it resells for. I don't know how much it sells for.
Because I know how much it resells for. Because I was looking. The cream hoodie is like $150.
Yep.
Which is cheaper than I thought it would be. The tricolor hoodie is about $400. Which is extortionate. Because I want the cream hoodie, man. But I think when they sell it, it's like $75, $80. Is that right? Or do you think, or is it more? I've never really got a chance to look at the listings.
Because it's hype merch, you know, and it sells out so quick. Like,
it's limited, isn't it? So,
it is limited. They only print a certain amount, and that's it. That makes me think that it's probably in the $90 to $120 range.
I don't think they push over 3 digits.
I don't know if they do either. I will tell you, I know for a fact that the cream was like 50, the first jacket that came out, because there was a couple people who scalped. Yeah. But I don't know if they're still that cheap. So here's my thoughts on tie-dye. I did it when I was 5. It's very easy to do. So if I was going to tie-dye something, I would just straight up buy a shirt, get a 100 Thieves logo, and just literally tape it on and then tie-dye the shirt. So I don't think the shirt or the jacket are that cool, to be honest. However, I really want the dog tags.
There's dog tags?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
The only thing I see right now, I'm watching it. The only thing I see with the dog tags is it says 100 Thieves on it. If it just says that, I don't want it. But if it had like that, and then maybe the like a longitude, latitude of the company, that'd be kind of sick.
The compound?
Compound, yeah. That'd be kind of dope.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. No, I've spoke to Kate. Christmas is coming up. She was like, "What do you got for Christmas?" And I was like, "I don't know. I don't want anything." And then she saw me going crazy over the tie-dye hoodies, and she was like, "I'm gonna try and get you one." And I was like, "I don't know how much they're gonna be." I was like, "This is a ploy for her to get a better Christmas present." I know it. I've been roped into it. I was like, "Oh, sick." But the thing is, they sell out instantly.
Yeah, they sell it pretty fast. Yeah.
So for international shippings, I looked into it. You like, if they decide to lump customs on it, I've got to pay it.
Yep.
It's very touch and go because obviously you're meant to pay import duties. But it's very complicated when like it's being delivered, and if it's like personal mail versus business mail being sent.
Their manager of apparel something tweeted out like a frequently asked questions before the merch drop goes live.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm referring to.
Yeah.
So it was on there, and it was like you have to pay them basically, because like some companies will be like, oh, we'll cover some of the import fees, delivery, whatever. But yeah, fair enough. They're like, you got to pay it. So I'm also like, I don't want to buy a hoodie and then get slapped with another $50.
Yeah, that's gonna suck.
Like, crying as like I'm begging the Spanish border police to please let me have my hoodie.
Can I have my hoodie, please? It comes out at 12 p.m. What time is that for you?
Is that PST?
4 hours ago. Yeah.
4 hours ago.
Yeah, what was 4 hours?
Confused me. 12 p.m. PST is like 9.
9. Okay.
You threw me off so much. I knew it instantly, but I was like, 4 hours ago. It's 1 a.m. for me. I got to do maths and subtract from like 24 and everything, and maths. Yeah.
Yeah, it comes out on the 28th, which is what, Saturday? Yeah, Saturday at 12 p.m.
Yes, sir. Right after I spend all my money on Black Friday.
Dude, I don't even know what's gonna happen this Black Friday in America.
Are you looking for anything?
I got no money to spend. I'm just chilling, just hanging out.
I've invested all my money in Coinbase, and I might just rip it all off. Like, bam.
Go buy
I
some
said we're not talking about crypto. We're not doing it.
I'm not saying anything.
Good.
I got a lot to say, but I won't say anything.
Good. We'll save it for maybe a special episode.
I'll keep it to myself.
Yeah, I ran a poll on Twitter the other day. Because you and I have been in talk at lengths about upgrading my stream and what I need.
Yeah.
And every time Gabe mentioned my audio, I was like, no, it's fine. It'll be fine once I move. It'll improve. And I was like, I really want a camera because I'm currently running a Logitech C920, which is the basic one that got a huge price spike when everyone started streaming during lockdown.
Yep.
But yeah, I was literally about to pull the trigger and buy a camera, and I was like, I looked at my OBS scenes, and I was like, man, my camera is so small. And then I had a partnered streamer come into my stream who I know quite well, Olin, really nice guy, and he was like, yo, dude, did you finally get that DSLR you wanted? And I was like, no. Because good lighting is so important for camera that he thought I had a DSLR because it looks so good. I was like, nice, thanks. Make me feel good. And make me realize that maybe I don't need to spend all that money on a camera. And I was literally like buying it that day, and I was like, all right, maybe I won't. And surprisingly, like 85% of that people that responded to that
high it was?
So it was 85%.
Wow.
I think it was 50 people answered, which is a good amount for a Twitter poll.
Very good amount.
So what's 85% of 50? 5%. 10% is 5. Oh, maths. Oh, again, I'm panicking. 40 odd people, pretty much, were like, "Yo, you need to sort your mic out." So I'm gonna get a cool mic. So our audio listeners, I'm gonna sound maybe as good as Gabe does soon.
More improvements. You're probably
That's
gonna
what
sound
I'm
better
hoping
than me, actually.
Well, I don't know. It depends if I can get a good deal or not.
Yeah.
On a bargain.
Those mics are good. The Rode Podcaster is also a good mic, by the way.
Yeah, I actually told Lee's bought a Go XLR, just the snake with 2 E's, and he's going to be buying the pod mic, I believe.
It's a good mic, man.
So,
it's $100, but it's a great mic.
There's everything you need it to do. I think that's the only problem. I was watching a lot of Harris Heller's videos that he does all the time, and he was speaking specifically about streamers just buying everything that they need way too early on when you don't really actually need to worry about it. They're like, oh, I need the best of the best. And I was in that mindset. I needed the best of the best. I had a bit of money coming into starting the stream thing. That's why when I did my setup, it was like, I think it cost me about $6,000.
Yeah.
But that was like a dual PC setup as well. And I got the one camera that doesn't work with Elgato Camlink because I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. But
that sucks.
Yeah, bro, I was so mad. So that... It was, yeah, so the Elgato Camlink requires the camera to have like a clean HDMI output, and it didn't, but yeah.
Yeah.
The more you learn. Basically, don't make the same mistakes that Woodzy does. I did a lot of research, but I didn't do enough. Look at YouTube videos. Look at Harris Heller. He's smart.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't buy too much stuff that you don't need. Easy peasy.
Don't buy stuff that won't make you more money. That's basically all it is.
True. Yeah. If it's got a return on investment, then fair play.
And a mic is huge. People stay.
I really wanted to make a crypto joke. Sorry.
Don't.
Sorry.
We'll do a whole podcast on crypto just so you can feel good about it. I'm fine with talking crypto. I got a lot. I got a lot to talk about.
So go on. Say what you're gonna say about the mics.
I was just gonna say that a mic will make someone stay. The one thing that will take someone away from a stream immediately is the audio quality.
Or if you're peaking all over the place.
Or if you're too quiet. Like, I tell people this a lot because I think a lot of people don't realize this, and a lot of musicians think about this. When the volume is all the way up, like 100% volume, it should be too loud. What's up? Why are you laughing like a schoolgirl?
I have my OBS open because we're recording.
Yeah.
An alert just went up. Someone just bought a hoodie.
Hey, there you go.
I panicked. I was like, oh my God, what was that noise?
Live hoodie sale. Let's go.
Oh, let's go.
If you guys want to see his reaction, you can check it out on the video podcast. I don't remember what I was saying. What was I saying? About the mic? Oh.
Sorry.
If
It'll make you leave.
Yeah. So if you're a streamer, listen to this very carefully. If someone is on your stream and the volume is at 100% volume, it should be too loud. 100% volume should not be how you listen to everything. That makes no sense. So you want like your 80 to 90% volume to be comfortable and a good place to listen to it. And I think a lot of streamers out there think that because they're peaking, all they need to do is drop the levels of everything down, which is not how it works at all. And you just got to move stuff around. And there's not a lot of education exactly how that works. DeWitt just recently joined the stream team, and I actually recently just did a whole little block with him, teaching him how to use it. And he had his first ever stream today, and I was like, it's amazing. I can hear him. Like, he has the microphone I made fun of during the GlitchCon event, the HyperX microphone.
Oh, the HyperX quadcaster.
Yeah, but he was so quiet. I used to have to turn him up, and then I'd turn up additional gain through another program I had to hear him. And he's not the only person. I've seen many people like that. Or where I'm turning people down to like 10%. And it's the freaking worst.
Yeah, my Twitch default, Twitch saves the volume that you leave your stream at, which is super handy. But whenever I do it, it's always on 3/4. But every streamer that I actively, regularly watch, it's 3/4. 3/4 is perfect. I don't need any more, don't need any less. All good.
And that's how it should be, because the phones is the biggest worry. Because the phones have the most compressed version of the stuff. So if it's too quiet, it's going to be quieter. If it's too loud, it's going to sound like someone's dying. Like freaking Roblox, I don't know, montage, dude. Dude. I'm excited, man. I can't wait to hear it. I'm a nerd for that stuff. I'm a huge nerd for mics and freaking cameras and all that tech junk. I love that junk.
I want to buy just everything, like the camera that I was talking about and the mic, but man, gotta be an adult sometimes.
Yeah.
Gotta
Take
be an
care of
adult.
Bills and junk, dude. Freaking annoying
Imagine.
crap. What else were we talking about here? Oh, we kind of got off of this because we were talking about 100 Thieves a little bit. But I did want to bring up 100 Thieves have now worked their way into another game. Another game in a massive way.
Rogue Company.
Yeah. So they've got Rogue Company. They've got Call of Duty. Remember they came out with the exclusive Tostinos things before Call of Duty launched for Modern Warfare? FIFA. And now they have the Cash App compound in Fortnite, which is crazy. The Fortnite creative lobby is now the Cash App compound.
I didn't realize it was the creative hub. I thought it was just a level that someone made. And then I actually, don't tell my stream, I re-downloaded Fortnite today. And I went into the creative section. I was like, oh my God, hub's here. I'm in the 100 Thieves compound. This is so cool. And then, I nerded out a little bit and I was done.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. You can see Nade Shots, Stream Studio. You can see John Robinson's office where the CSGO players practice. Apparently, you can see everything. I haven't downloaded it yet because I'm not Woodzy. But that being said...
I'd like to point out, Fortnite have done some scaling. It's 30 gigabytes for the download now. It's not 95 anymore.
Let's go. I will say I am going to re-download it. The reason I'm re-downloading it is because I'm very interested in this Galactus event. I didn't know much about it because I stopped paying attention to Fortnite. But apparently this Galactus man's he's the eater of worlds. That's his title in the Marvel universe. So he's going to maybe eat Fortnite and we go back to season 1. And I'm very interested to see if that's going to be real.
Nice.
We're getting downtime like the Black Hole event. I don't know if you remember that.
I do remember that because that was when I was very heavily involved in Fortnite and still, enjoying it. I don't think my full enjoyment had declined. But I was still playing it a lot then.
Mm-hmm.
But they thought it was going to go. Cypher PK was like 85,000 viewers on Twitch. Like he had the most he ever, and he had like so many subs. I remember that.
That was his peak. Every top streamer gets a couple of those, every once in a while. They just hit random peaks. Asmongold's going to happen right now.
Yeah, the World of Warcraft launch.
Mm-hmm. World of Warcraft Shadowlands. You got freaking
Bro,
World of Warcraft in the background. You don't even play.
I had true. My World of Warcraft is over here, and I played a collective 20 minutes. I realized instantly that I made a mistake. I chose a wolf character, and then like at the beginning, they're like they're the ones doing the evil stuff, and I was like, oh, I'm not really cool with this. I'm a goody two shoes whenever I play video. So talking to you as well about Cyberpunk makes me want to play Cyberpunk, and I was like, I'd definitely be the good guy.
I'm ready to talk
I wouldn't
about
be like,
Cyberpunk.
I'll be a bad guy. We'll talk about it in a minute, but let's finish WoW first. Because it's huge. This whole new expansion that they've done, the Shadowlands expansion. I know nothing about WoW, and even I know that. And when I went on Twitch on the day of launch, I was a little bit late. It was probably like 4 hours everyone had been streaming, and WoW had 850,000 viewers. It was the top category.
Yep.
Did it hit 1 million at any point? Do we know?
I don't think so. I think so many people were having server issues that people were actually getting dejected and calling it early. They were going to sleep. Because I thought Asmongold was going to hit 200K easy, and I think his high was 180 or 150.
But he got on in the end, right?
He got on. Yeah, he got on. He was on for a pretty good amount of time. Tim and Tatman, Dr. Lupo, Cloaksy, and Courage were all playing, and it was really funny because there were so many issues that they were essentially just having a podcast, and it was a lot of fun. They were just dogging on each other and crap. It was good fun. I thought it was awesome. What sucks though is for Tim, anytime Tim plays WoW, his viewership is not going to suffer because Tim has a massive guild that he's a part of in WoW. He's been a WoW head for a long time, and his dedicated audience knows that. But Courage has talked about this the last time WoW had an expansion too. His audience freaking drops when he plays WoW. Yep. He was streaming to 1,200 people the other day, which is a freak ton of people. But it's not 45,000.
I wouldn't complain about streaming to 1,000 people, Gabe.
Me neither. Neither. But I understand if your average is in the tens of thousands and then you're playing the one game you've wanted to play for years on stream, and then that's what happens. It's rough.
Yeah, I experience highs and lows. I don't know why. I've been experiencing just playing with my pals and playing COD Black Ops lately. I've been getting high average viewership, and I was like, oh, this is Pog. So when it happens for that, it's really good. But when I was playing TFT and I was really enjoying it, I'd get 9 viewers. It's just one of the things. I feel like if the game has a low barrier to entry, you can easily get viewers.
Yep.
But games like WoW, TFT, you have to invest a lot of knowledge into understanding how the game works.
And you have to be accepted into the community. I think the acceptance into the community really changes how you're perceived in the community too. You got to do your work to be a part of it. You can't just kind of hop in and then be fine. I don't know how Dr. Lupo is doing. I'm sure he's doing fine though, because Dr. Lupo is a Destiny guy, so people are used to watching him do raids and junk like that, and quests and everything. Yeah. Can we talk about Cyberpunk now?
Yeah, I was like, I know he was ending I could feel the end of the conversation come in so Cyberpunk could work its way in.
Oh, you know what? Let's talk about
Cyberpunk, Gabe.
Because Cyberpunk has to do with Epic. Let's talk about Epic first. Explain to me this Rocket League junk, and then let's talk about Cyberpunk.
Okay. So, you mentioned Epic and Cyberpunk because obviously when Cyberpunk releases, and if you choose to buy it on the Epic Games launcher, you can use a creator code that gets 5% of the revenue. So you could use code Gabe Barbosa. Or Codex Woodzy, #ad in the item shop, and in the Epic Game Store, and then we get some of that money, Pog, and it's free money as long as you use someone's creator code, even if it's not ours, as long as you're using someone's.
Yeah, genuinely, you're putting free money on the table, so I would love it if you use ours, but any Epic partner, #Epic partner, you should use a code, because you're on purpose not giving someone money, which is a weird thing if you think about it that way.
Yeah, just help out someone.
Yeah.
How about anyone? And if you choose to help us, Pog you.
Yeah.
So with the Epic whole thing, when they acquired Rocket League, I was kind of I didn't even think about the creator code side of things because Rocket League has always had credits and microtransactions for a number of years before Epic took over because of the whole way that they decided to turn things.
Because the whole loot crate thing, right?
Crates. The whole crate thing, moving away from that. But basically in the last week, Epic already had a long-standing relationship with the NFL for their partnerships that they had through Fortnite. And in the last week, they announced that Fortnite are getting more skins, and that the NFL agreement is also extending, or a new agreement has been created for Rocket League as well. So that means that the NFL skins essentially are also going to come to Rocket League, which then obviously pushes out that more creator codes are going to earn more money, pretty much. If people are going to buy their favorite team's skin in Rocket League, so their car can have some cool decals. Because I'll be honest, the Rocket League Pro Team's decals are sick.
Yeah?
Like, they're good. Like, the NRG one looks so clean. And if you're doing it with NFL teams, like, if you think about the colors of the Seattle Seahawks, for instance, like, that's going to look nice on a car. There's various different colors. Obviously, they're going to work pretty well. I don't know about the 49ers, you know? Maybe I'll give a pass on that one. But, yeah. I'm a Dolphins fan, so I'm not excited for this at all, because orange and teal is, like, a terrible color.
It's also, you can almost already get that too, right?
True. Yeah, you can do your own little thing. But what it is just like, since Epic's acquisition of Rocket League, I feel like they're definitely pushing microtransactions more. Because I went into Rocket League the other day, and it was like anime gold explosion all over like the front screen when I log in, and I was like, oh, I've never seen this before. I was like, and that looks cool.
Oh, they're like doing big ads for stuff.
That's crazy. I fell hook, line, and sinker. I was like, I'm gonna use my code. Don't get me wrong.
That's crazy.
But I was like, boom, and then like half my chat bought it as well, and we were all like just sitting there. We had a little bunny anime explosion whenever we scored a goal. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
But I mean, it's creative with the creator program. It's kind of cool to see. I'm like, oh, nice. So it's now just not Fortnite, because it also applies to Rogue Company as well. And it's like any big game you can buy. I'm now buying on the Epic Games Store, because it makes sense to. Like, you were talking to me about buying Assassin's Creed Valhalla. They have that on the Epic Games Store. And my friend, my good pal Sherbs, bought Godfall. Use my creator code, so you get like 5% of the revenue. I think it's what, £50 game, £2.50, something like that. Easy money.
I mean, that's the thing. You're constantly going to have a form of money with that, because they're never going to stop releasing stuff. Our job as content creators pretty much never stops, because stuff's always happening. And I didn't silence my phone, even though I thought I did. And I just got an email for something that I can't say out loud at all. But they just messaged me and asked me if I know any other creators that are also interested in joining something cool and potentially sponsored. So that's neat. So I'm going to send it to Woodzy right now.
Yeah, we made it, boys. We're in. Just being in the right place at the right time forces Gabe's hand. Dude. He's got to invite me. Gang, gang.
Required. But this is sick, man. Getting us a potential sponsorship email while on the podcast that you got a freaking hoodie sold. Like,
getting hoodies, you're getting sponsorships. Yo, guys, we're just going to do a 24-hour podcast recording, and we're just going to see
how much we get.
I'm going to do a lottery ticket right now.
Oh, that's so cool. But yeah, Epic is pushing monetization like crazy. And I think we should talk about Epic's new monetization strategy with Fortnite. Like, you're not wrong. Sure. They shoving it. Fortnite now has, or is going to have in the new season, a monthly fee if you want. $12.99.
What?
Yeah, $12.99. It gets you a battle pass, right? 1,000 V-Bucks, an exclusive axe, exclusive spray, and then what's called a crew skin. So the crew skin. I saw
this when I logged in today. Go ahead.
Yeah, see, I don't know about it because I haven't logged in yet, but I really want to look more into it. But the crew skin is an exclusive skin you can only get if you join this monthly thing. And then on top of all of that, you get 1,000 V-Bucks.
Right. So I honestly, I loaded it up and the UI had changed and it looked so confusing. There were so many things in the store.
Yeah.
And I was mind blown. I was like, there's just so many Marvel characters here. Because obviously they got their sponsorship with Marvel and they're going to push it. And the Venom skin looks sick. It's like 2,000 V-Bucks. Mm-hmm. Looks cool. But they said the crew thing and I understood it as you get, so this, I'm pretty sure I'm wrong.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I just took it and brushed it off. It was like you join a crew, much how you join a faction, I think in Cyberpunk, maybe, I don't know. Or you join, like, they have it in FIFA too. You can pick a side in FIFA and like of between two players and they have a battle essentially and the fans play as one team versus the other. It's like the Ghost v Agents thing that they did recently as well.
Yes, where
specifically
you
in
had to
Fortnite.
choose a thing and then you get specific. Yeah, okay.
So I took it as that. Now I don't believe that is. After you saying that, I don't believe that was what they're actually doing, and I don't know. I'm tired today, and I was like, there was information being thrown at me. I was like, nah, not yet. I'm tired. Leave me be. Leave me be.
Don't talk to me about this.
I don't want to know.
Okay, so apparently the name of the service is Fortnite Crew.
Mm-hmm.
That's the name of the service. So it's $11.99 a month. It's a monthly subscription. Okay.
Share with us, Gabe. Share with us.
So if you bought this season's Battle Pass and you buy it, you actually get your refund for this season's Battle Pass for the 950 V-Bucks. You get the skin that they're announcing, which it also comes with. It's like a Galaxy Girl skin, so it is actually a pretty cool skin.
What is in the Samsung Galaxy kind of thing?
Yeah, it's very similar. Basically, a Galaxy Girl skin. You get an outfit and a pickaxe, extra Battle Pass tokens. I don't know what the frick those are, and V-Bucks. And then on December 2nd, people who have subscribed, they will also get the new Battle Pass without paying.
Oh, fair enough.
So to be fair, kind of makes sense.
Hey, it sounds cool, man. If you're a Fortnite streamer, you're excited right about now. Like, the game's needed a bit of a revival. Nick Merck specifically has spoken about coming back to playing. I was watching him play it the other day, and he had loads of viewers.
He tweeted yesterday that he's addicted again, officially.
Exactly. So if he's enjoying it, that's good. I don't know if somebody said they released a playlist that didn't have skill-based matchmaking in and was like, but I played solos today. I played one game. It was, it was all right. There was bots in there, I could tell, but there was also people.
Yeah, it was the non-skill-based matchmaking was another unvaulted mode again.
Right.
I just read something interesting, which I now see why this is exploding. You can sign up for the thing on December 1st or 2nd, pay the $12.99, and then cancel your subscription, so you're only paying for that 1 month, and you keep all the stuff. So you're getting a battle pass, which is worth 950 V-Bucks. You're getting 1,000 V-Bucks, which is worth $10 or $12, whatever it's worth. You're getting a skin, which is worth $20, a pickaxe, back bling, and the back stuff. So that's why everyone's happy, because they're like, oh, frick. If I hate it, it doesn't matter. If I buy it once, it's basically the exact same as buying the battle pass already.
So with PlayStation Plus, if you buy something whilst on the PlayStation Plus membership that you get for free, when you choose to not have that PlayStation Plus membership anymore, you lose access to the game. You think Fortnite would do it where you lose access to the skin?
Oh, no. Apparently, it's been confirmed that you keep the skin.
All right.
Yeah, that's why people are like, everyone should do this no matter what. Because if you're going to buy the battle pass anyways, you're literally spending $14 because of taxes, at least here in the U.S. So why not spend $11.99 and then immediately go to the website and cancel it after it's been like a day or two?
Yeah, I hate the US for that. Anytime I go to the US, it's like $5, and then it's like plus tax. And I'm like, wait, you said $5? In the UK, that is actually illegal because we have value-added tax included. Our prices include tax. If someone had said $5 and then you got to the till, it's technically illegal because they are charging more than the advertised price.
Same thing in Brazil, and Brazil's a freaking third world country. Hey, America, you want to figure it out, please? Like in Brazil, I went to freaking go get like a piece of candy, and it said it was like 60. I'm gonna say 69 because it's more funny. 69 cents, and then I went to the till, and that's how much it cost. That was it.
Crazy, mind blown.
Freaking.
You're gonna have fun when you come and live with me in Barcelona.
Woo! I want to go to Barcelona so bad, man. When this whole thing, this COVID thing is no longer a thing, I would love to go visit for like a week or two, just to see the freaking world, man. We still don't. I don't really want to get on a depressive topic, but we still don't know the psychological effects that returning back to normal is going to have on everybody, because it's been almost a full year the world's been like shut down.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Psychological effects. I have no. Bruh, I'm like, I don't know if I'm just stupid, or if I don't know what it is, but like nothing tends to affect me. I don't know if that sounds.
No.
Like there was a long period of time where I was streaming in my basement for like a long period of time. I was like, damn, I'm sad. Like I got that, but that was like a very extended period. But like being in lockdown for me, it feels fine.
It's because our lives haven't changed really, you know?
I just spent more time inside.
Exactly.
Like I do go out.
Yeah.
And but I get a lot of my social interaction through
Chat.
gaming.
Yeah.
So and chat, exactly. So I feel like for those people who haven't had it, yeah.
It's the people who I think are suffering the most are the people who used to go out 5 or 6 times a week with their friends.
Yeah,
like people who had those
100%.
really good friend groups, and they're like, "Frick, I can't hang out with them anymore." Yeah, I don't really mean to get into the topic of COVID, but still.
Well, you say that you just have to be like imaginative and adaptive. My friends and I, for me it was great because I got to see them. We go on a call every Wednesday and do a pub quiz, but obviously not in a pub and just in our rooms.
Yeah.
And for me it was great because they all live in a different country and I got to see them. Whereas now it's like, yeah,
Among Us brought people
like
together too.
Yeah, England's kind of like in and out of in lockdown again, but only for like another week from the time we're recording. They've got they've announced they've basically announced for Christmas that Corona doesn't exist. It's like, oh, you've got a 3-household bubble, you can all go and see each other, it'll be fine.
So stupid.
Yeah, Corona, do you mind stopping so we can get our commercialism out for Christmas?
Oh my god, dude, we're gonna get vaccine's gonna be soon, and then we'll figure out what happens with that too.
Yeah.
All right, back to freaking Epic, and I want to talk about Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is coming out in so few days. 5, 6, 10, 16 days until Cyberpunk. And we finally have our final trailer for the game. And I am so excited.
I haven't seen it, Gabe. Talk me through it.
Basically, you are a mercenary. So you can have 3 different backgrounds. You can be a street kid, basically born in the streets, a gangster, who is a mercenary for money. You can be a nomad, which is born in the boondocks, the countryside, basically. And so you're not even born in the city, and you can be a mercenary for money. Or you're a corpo rat, which you're basically a corporate shill mercenary doing the dirty work for a bunch of corporations. Those are the 3 backgrounds that you can get. They all come with a lot of cool stuff. Like, if you're a street kid, you know all the gangsters. Like, you know a lot of the head gangsters. Like, if you go into a bad part of town, no one's going to mess with you, you know? If you're a corpo rat, you know how to talk to suits. So when you get questioned by police or stuff like that, you can have a conversation and make it go away without necessarily having to get into a shootout because you're doing extremely illegal things. And then if you're a nomad, the nomad's the only one that I know for sure that you actually start in a relationship, I believe.
Yeah, I remember you talking about this.
And you have like a family. You have like 35 people who your character knows very well, like a big group of people in the desert, because you're all one small community and you all know each other. And so you kind of have like you kind of start the game with like backup, basically. It was really cool. So basically, whatever the beginning of the story is, we don't know. Each story has like 7 hours of prologue, which is a crazy long amount of time. But the main point of the story is you're eventually hired to steal this next gen crazy chip. It's the only one of its kind. And you steal it, and then you start getting chased, and you jump off a building, land, and when you open up the case, you can see that the chip is overheating. And so the only thing you can do is put it into a drive to keep it safe. Whereas the only drive is in your freaking head. You put the drive in your head, the chip corrupts, and then that's where Keanu Reeves comes in. So Keanu Reeves was the chip. Basically, he was the world's biggest terrorist. He's like a cyber terrorist that just wants to go down with the mega evil corporations, but he doesn't take them down by like taking them to court. He takes them down by like blowing up their buildings with nukes and stuff. And yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. And he's now in your head. He lives in your head. The chip can't be taken out. He is basically a part of you. You can physically see him. You hallucinate to see him. You can talk to him back and forth. And you got to choose, do you want to be friends with him or do you want to be his enemy? And there's downsides to both. And one of the things that we've gotten to see so far is that if you piss him off, he can take over your body. Because your brain's just a computer, just like anything else. You're both living in the same brain. So he can shut you off temporarily and like go do stuff as you, which is nuts. Yeah, so that's the story. And then there's going to be like thousands of hours of gameplay of a bunch of different stuff you can do, which is awesome.
So you can do various different prologues. Will the prologues affect the main story, do we think?
Yeah. So whatever path you choose, you got to pay attention. Yeah, because whatever path you do, you lock in for the rest of the game. So if you choose to be a street kid, right? For instance, and you go through the life of a street kid, when you get to certain parts in the game, there will be areas that you can access because you'll get in like the dialogue tree, you'll get the street kid option. And if you're one of the other two, you just straight up don't get access to that entire quest line or whatever it is. So the game has a frick ton of replayability and customization. Everyone's excited to get customized dingle dongers, dude. So full genitalia customization. But the thing that I'm interested in is you can have no genitalia, and you can be like metal body, almost like a Ken doll or like a full robot. And I'm kind of curious about that idea. I might try and go like fully robotic just to see what it would be like to play as a full robot. Have like Lego pieces, basically, like switch my arms.
Do you think like the dialogue would change because you're a full robot? Like, so in all these futuristic dystopian things, if there's robots, so what people like normally like, it's the version of modern day racism as such. It's like, oh, they're a robot, they don't count.
There is massive. Apparently, there's massive prejudices depending on how you play the game. If you choose to be a woman in the game, you're gonna have different reactions than if you choose to be a man. There's two female-owned gangs in the city that are very anti-men. And so that's one of the things. If you're a woman, you're going to have a little bit of an easier time communicating with those women than if you're a man, especially if you're a corpo rat man. Because you're usually only there for one thing, and it's for sex. But if you're trying to get like, information out of them, they're not going to be... Yeah, sex is going to be a huge part of the game. It's going to be a functional tool in the story, apparently.
I won't be streaming.
Yeah. Oh, you can. It's already been okayed for stream.
No, I know. Yeah. I know.
I'm excited, dude. I'm just so scared of it not being good, but then I have to keep reminding myself that they made The Witcher 3. And The Witcher 3 is a game that has hundreds and hundreds of hours of full-fledged storylines. So I'm hoping it's going to be great. I can't freaking wait. I'm excited.
So with The Witcher 3 as well, did they release updates for it during its life cycle?
3 DLCs, and it's the only game that the DLC got a higher rating than the original game. It's the only game that's ever happened. Where they released a DLC called Blood and Water, I believe, and that DLC got rated higher than the actual game. They're like, this DLC's insane, the story that they added.
Do you know how much hours of gameplay was added through that one DLC?
I want to say it was 70, which is kind of...
That's like Uncharted is like 24 hours normally, maybe?
Witcher DLC.
I always felt like it was like 24 hours. COD's like, what, 3 hours, 4 hours?
I heard the COD campaign was really short.
They're
90 hours.
Short. Oh, damn.
Holy frick.
But yeah, COD campaigns are really short. I haven't actually played the campaign yet.
No? Is it? Have you played any of the other COD campaigns? Do you ever play the COD campaigns?
I always play the COD campaign. I used to play the COD campaign before I'd play the multiplayer. Mm-hmm. Then I got burned one year when I got the game early. My buddy was like, oh man, please wait for me and play multiplayer with me at the same time so we can level up together. And I was a good friend. I was like, sure, buddy, not a problem. I've got the day off today, but I'm going to spend the day playing the campaign. So I'll play the campaign. I played the campaign, had fun. It was cool. It was emotional. I think it was Modern Warfare 3, so it was like one of them ones. It was all right. And then multiplayer came out, and I was like, I'll wait for my pal. Turns out my pal called in sick to work, to school even. Sorry, this was when I was much younger.
Yeah.
And he'd been playing for like 4 hours already. Yep. And I was like, you son of a gun. I've been rolled. So now I'm like multiplayer, and then I'll play campaign when I get time.
That's so funny. That sucks so bad.
I'll definitely turn up the stream one day, and I'll be like, what do I want to do today? And I will play the campaign. It will not be this week because it is double XP, and I'm grinding. I'm not really. I'm kind of grinding my butt off, but I'm not.
I mean, you're doing well with freaking Black Ops, though, right?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, Black Ops is doing great. I have an interest in Call of Duty because I've always had an interest in Call of Duty. I always get burned by it not being good enough. So I think what I'm going to do, I think I've decided. I'm going to wait until Warzone updates to its Cold War only, and then I'm going to join. I know I won't have all the guns that everyone else has, but that's not necessarily what I like about the game. The more I like about the game is the movement. I really like the movement of Call of Duty, which is why I like the movement of Hyperscape. Like, I didn't like Hyperscape.
The movement is actually really nice, isn't it? I was thinking that, like the parkour, and it's kind of fun. I watched a clip that Chloe put on Twitter because she plays a lot of Hyperscape, and like the movement in it just looks so fluid. The game does do it for me, but the gameplay in COD and the gunplay feels good. What I will say, is one of the main issues that I've noticed with Cold War.
Yeah.
is that guns bear without any leveling stink.
They're just not.
You're at a significant disadvantage, and because you're at skill-based matchmaking, you're at a disadvantage. Because
that kind of sucks.
It is a pain in the backside. They need to lower the skill-based matchmaking. There's talk of ranked play coming out. There's been an interview, Twitter replies as well, that Vonderhaar has put out in response to Optic Scumpy. I just want to say Optic Scumpy. Sorry, big fanboy, because now he's back in Optic because Heck's got Optic back.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, they've mentioned that League play is going to be a thing, hopefully, and they're working towards it. The pandemic inflicted their ability to do it. However, Modern Warfare, which was the biggest year for COD, didn't have any ranked playlist whatsoever.
Yeah.
We could talk about this for a while. It's, didn't make any sense. And also the COD players have just gone into a union for the first time ever. They had 59 out of 60 players last year. Scump was the one player who said no, and it was supposedly because he didn't receive enough information, according to our boy Jake Lucky.
Yeah.
Jake was not so easily fooled. He was like, nah, something else is going on. There's no way 59 people agreed to it. And Scump went, I don't know, I didn't have enough info.
Yeah.
Somebody on his own team would have reached out to him and been like, oi, mate,
get in,
have a look. Yeah, but he got burned for his Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship and some other stuff, which I don't know how COD can fine him for promoting Raid Shadow Legends, which is clearly a direct competitor of Call of Duty.
Their contracts apparently are so vile and greedy, and I'm glad that Scump has called out so much of their crap. Like Scump even said that last year and this year he's paid more in fines to Call of Duty than he's earned because he's leaked so much information. But I think he's doing the right thing, man. If they're not being treated right, he's got to let them know, Because
he's one of the few who has a career beyond COD.
Yes, yeah.
A lot of them, they keep mentioning COD players, and I'm like, I have an interest in a way. I still don't know who half these people are.
Yeah, Hex, I think, said it best. Hex said that that Scump likes Call of Duty because he would be 10 times bigger if he just did content creation, but he still keeps saying that he would honestly rather just keep playing COD. Like, that's enough to know that, yep, okay, he likes what he's doing.
He can make bank.
Yeah, his episode of the podcast, the Courage and A-Shot show, exploded. All of that podcast episode that he's on for the Huntsman was back then, and then way back then, the Optic, all that stuff, those are all, the highest viewed. He's just a funny guy,
Yeah, he is.
He's a funny dude.
Good
I don't
guy.
give a frick about COD, but I like watching him do his stuff.
Yeah, man. It's all good. It's interesting to see how that player union forms. It's good to see that it's happening.
Yeah.
Because they got absolutely rinsed, and COD is very cutthroat.
They're way too cutthroat, man.
It needs a players union. There's been lots of stories in the last year that have come out about various different players and various different teams and situations that have been poorly handled. So hopefully it makes a better competitive season as well, because last year stunk.
I think
I
everyone
didn't play
hated
any
it.
Black Ops 4, but I like watching it.
Yeah.
I would watch the comp games, and I watched someone reverse sweep someone. I can't even remember. I was probably drunk at the time, but it was early hours of the morning because it's US, and I was like cheering my heart out. And and 100 Thieves are obviously competing again, so I'm happy. And then you got Optic back, so it's gonna be an exciting year.
That 100 Thieves freaking Optic friendly rivalry is so good. That makes for such good content. The 100 Thieves won twice before they got out?
I'm pretty sure they did. I think they beat Optic at the very end, but this was the fake Optic.
They went head to head with the fake Optic, yeah. The fake Optic. It's so stupid.
Fake Optic. They weren't the real Optic. They're not Hex's Green Wall.
Hey, Hex is huge.
This is what we were talking about before we went live. I was watching a little clip of a podcast, and I was like, Hex is in so many podcasts, but he's got a voice that you just want to listen to for ages.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. So I thought he grew up in the US, speaking English. He grew up in Mexico and didn't learn English until quite a few years after. I think he was at least maybe 15 before he learned English. Because he has no accent.
You don't think he has? Well, I guess, okay. To be fair, you don't listen to subtleties in American English.
Well,
Yeah.
listen, like to me, he sounds American.
That's what I'm saying. Like I was gonna say, how do you not know he has an accent?
Like how
but
I pick out like Welsh, you like where you're like, oh, can you place that English?
you can
Welsh,
place
UK
neighborhoods.
accent.
That's how freaking good you guys are. And we're like, that's guy's from London, probably. That's a London guy.
They asked me someone the other day, and I was like, I don't know, is he Scouse? And he was Scottish. And I was like, oh, whoops.
Yeah.
That's like a different country. My bad. But yeah, more or less, you can get the kind of gist. But yeah, so for me, he sounded American, and I was like, cool.
I liked
Where'd you
him
think
calling
that?
out Jake Paul. Did you see that?
I think I saw the clickbait for it.
Basically, Jake Paul was like,
said he-
we started
Go ahead.
content houses. And Hex and FaZe Bank were both like, hey, mother effer, what? What did you do? Excuse me? Do you remember Optic? Do you remember FaZe?
Excuse me?
You were freaking in elementary school when we started our businesses. Shut up and sit down.
Yeah.
To be fair, Jake Paul did start like the biggest and most successful right off the bat, but the groundwork was laid out by everyone else already.
And they had even T Martin had a content house, didn't he?
T Martin had it with the British guy. Who was that guy?
Was it Syndicate?
Yeah, Syndicate. Yeah. Syndicate got roped
Cisco
into
lottery again.
the giant lawsuit and the legal battle
The whole
in the US.
Cisco lawsuit thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've spoken about that before
Yeah, we talked a little bit about it. Freaking
when we
nuts,
talk about
dude.
like crates and whatnot. But yeah, nah, man, content houses are cool. I'd love that.
I'd do it.
What age do you think you're too old? I found it there's a streamer that I know quite well, and I was alarmed to find out, like, not for any negative reason. I just didn't realize they were that old. I still think their content's great. I still think they're a good streamer. But I was like, wow, you are a lot older than I thought you were.
Who? Or how old? You don't say who they are.
I don't know. They were 39.
That is pretty old. I would say that's pretty
Like,
old.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. I was expecting that. And like I want to know what skincare routine he uses because his skin is amazing. I was like, oh, bro, I thought you were like 28. Jesus Christ. But at what age do you think it's like too old to be in a content house?
I think there's a specific thing that happens that you're too old.
Go ahead.
Having a child.
Obviously, yeah.
But no, I think that's the only thing, though. I think once you have a child, like that's when at that point, it's time to get out of the house. But otherwise, I think the content still flies well. Like the average median age, I would say, of a content creator is between 16 and I would say maybe 29, 28. And then you have the 30 to 35 range, which is established creators. There's very few 30 to 35 just getting into it, right? Like they're pretty established people. And then any higher than that, they're usually have been established or they're going to try no matter what. They don't give a frick. So I think the content house, as long as you're making content, it doesn't matter how old you are. But as soon as you have like a responsibility like a kid, like you probably shouldn't be in the house. Like I did see someone.
Obviously, because it's also putting that pressure on other people as well.
That's
like
what it is.
Kid crying.
Well, there was a guy who was in a content house who was he got his girlfriend pregnant, but they didn't live together, and he lived in a content house. So it's like, well, you're kind of like partying all the time at the content house. You're constantly doing stuff with them because a content house requires so much attention that you need to be with someone who understands that or single. And then when you have a kid, that's immediate like no.
Yeah, I was literally about to say that. I was like, you and I, if the grid turned around and they were like, all right, we're getting a content house. What are we doing? And like, obviously, I've got a partner, you've got a partner.
Me and White Pot have actually talked about it. Like, if that was the case, let's say we're getting one here in LA. Like, let's say DMP is like, yo, we're getting a house in LA. White Pot said we would get out of this place, right? Get out of this lease. I would go move into the content house, and she would move nearby. Or if there was enough room, she would move in too. She didn't give a frick. But if
There's
it was
a TikTok meme for this.
There is?
Whoa, and what a woman.
There you go. Yeah, but if it was something like somewhere like, I don't know, Utah, for instance, right? The only way that it would happen is if I got paid enough to financially support her.
Oh, fully.
Yeah. But if she could keep her job, I mean, it doesn't matter. We'll go wherever. I wouldn't leave the state, though. We did long distance for 5 months, and I hated it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I hate
the
it.
MP3, my man, if you're listening, I will move country for a content house.
Pog, dude. Woodzy in America?
Og.
We could make a lot of
in
money
the USA.
very quickly.
Woodzy in the USA.
Yeah. Woodzy in the USA. Think about it.
And then we don't have to
$2
worry
billion.
about Discord quality for the podcast either.
We could just film it in a room. That'd be sick.
Bro.
That would be really weird to go from knowing you only online to then the first time I meet you moving in together. That would be crazy.
I guarantee the first thing you complain about is the smell.
You smell bad? That would suck. I smell great.
No, I smell great, but
Oh, good.
no, I'm kidding. Maybe.
I don't know, dude. You could smell bad. Like, I legitimately don't know.
That's the thing with the internet. You don't know.
I
like,
literally have no clue.
You know Frosty.
Yeah?
Like, people are like, damn, this dude clearly doesn't shower for days on end. And it's like, who would know?
No one's got any clue. Frick. Who is it? Frick. I literally just watched something where they talked about it. Frick. I think it was a podcast. And it's like a bunch of group of gamers. And they recently met up. Well, I say recently, but it was in like June. And they met up for the first time. And everyone was impressed with how one person smelled. Because they smelled so good. And they were just... And he was like really self-conscious. He was like, "Did you think I stunk? Like, do I just look like I stink? Like, why is everyone harping on the fact that I smell good? This is weird." But
I have a friend though that stinks.
We've all had.
He's a lovely guy, but everyone knows that he stinks. He just has a bad BO smell. And I turned around to my other friend and I was like, "Bro, if that was ever me, please tell me." I was like, if my breath stinks, if my BO smells, let me know. I was terrified of that as a kid. Like, I was quite spotty, so I was already, like, insecure.
Yeah.
But I was like, bro, if I stink, that's like a coffin in the nails. Nail in the coffin. Coffin in the nails? Damn, too many beers.
Nail in the coffin.
Yeah, it would be way too much for me.
I actually used to, like, you just brought something up. If I smelled bad, you know what I would do? I would go to the bathroom and take, like a paper towel. Like hand towels, get the soap on it, put it in the water, and I would freaking wash my pits out with soap and water, and like
I just wore deodorant.
get out of it. No, I'm just saying if I smelled bad throughout the day, like if I'm just like, something happened.
Honest, man, I used to play a lot of football.
Yeah.
Like soccer for you guys, and like I'd work up a sweat, obviously. But to me, it smells good.
Yeah.
I've never been like, oh, PU.
Not me. It's not me for sure. There was a girl I had a crush on when I was a lot younger, and I remember the weirdest thing that I ever experienced was we went out. We did something. It was like a group of us. It was all day, and she was wearing my jacket, and she was sweating like crazy. We were all sweating like crazy, and it smelled like sugar, like so sweet. It did not smell bad like BO. And
right. Okay.
I think I was just like maybe in love with her or something. I don't know. It was like a 14-year-old kid.
It was the pheromones.
That's what it is. It was the pheromones. But I was like, I don't want to wash this jacket. It smells so goddamn good. Like, what is this? And then I learned finally. I finally learned why girls like keeping guys' jackets.
Imagine being in love with someone that wasn't white Paul. We're champ.
Frick, dude. I'm glad that I did not pursue that crush. I'll just say that. No doxing required. I'm very happy with the love of my life.
I'm gonna ask him off stream. She's fat now.
No, I don't care about fat. Freaking big girls have more to hold, dude.
More to love.
That's what it is.
More to love.
Since I was a kid, I always said that love handles are an amazing name. And I remember my one friend used to get mad at me for saying it because she was a little bit chubby. And I was like, it's called love handles for a reason. It's because people love them. Not that, don't talk about the handle part.
I'm not gonna lie. When I was younger, I was like, I dated a girl and she was a bit bigger than me.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but she's a little bit.
Yeah.
And now she's like blocked me on YouTube. On YouTube? Bloody hell. I really have had too many beers. She's blocked me on Facebook. Bro.
I got blocked on YouTube, dude. Help.
Oh no, somebody help me. I'm only 4 beers down. Oh, no, she blocked me on Facebook and yeah, let's just say somebody ended up better off than the other one. Even me with my lack of hair, I'm still winning. But yeah,
I like being bigger. I'm bigger and I'm cuddly as frick, dude. I'm a big old cuddle bear, dude. I love it. Sometimes you just gotta enjoy your life, man. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know how we got on that topic, but that was the weirdest thing that I ever had. Like smelled sweat, and I was like, this smells amazing.
I used a tactic once when a girl came over with a pal when we were out drinking, and she was like, "Oh, I need a hoodie," and I was like, "Here, have mine." It's the second you give a girl a hoodie, it's the hoodie move, man.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, like I was just being friendly. I wasn't doing anything over the top, nothing bad. And like later that night, she was like to my guy, she was like, oh, does he have a girlfriend? And I was like, oh, the hoodie move worked. We're in.
I don't know if I
go.
want to expose myself.
Go ahead, expose. Listen. If they've made it this far into the podcast,
That's
is worth
true.
exposing.
Okay, if you got this
You
far
guys
in the
are getting the good
podcast,
stuff.
you get exclusive stories. That used to be my move. Like, specifically that I would do all the time. Maybe I've done that like 15 times, and it's got like a 14 times success rate, basically.
I have one question for you.
Go ahead.
Did you use that move on White Paw?
No. White Paw just stole my jackets. One time I went over to her house. We had a date night, and we watched a movie or something, and she just was wearing she took my jacket. And I was like, okay, well.
He blinked and
whatever.
I was like, she's wearing my jacket. I don't know how this happened.
Yeah.
Ah.
When it comes to girlfriends, I've only had 2. I'm extremely picky because I feel like I have a lot of love, and I'm also a sensitive guy. I'm not trying to get hurt, I'm not stupid. So we went on one date. We talked for like 19 hours straight, basically. And then after that, we had like 2 more dates, and then that was it. I was like, all right, we're locking it in. It's official. And then 3 weeks later, we went to Mexico, dude. We went to Mexico together. 3 weeks of knowing each other. Dating.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Damn.
It was awesome though. It was fun as frick. I was like, holy frick, you actually want to be adventurous.
let me dox myself more.
Go for it.
Embarrass myself more. I went on a relationship. Jesus, I am drunk. I went on a holiday very early into a relationship.
Yeah.
That was a bad relationship. And that was awful.
Oh.
I decided halfway through the holiday that I was like, this girl's crazy. I don't want to date her anymore. And then I had to like see out the rest of the holiday, get back to the UK, and I was like,
And then break up.
she was like, oh, I want to see you, and I was like, I don't. By the
I
way.
don't want to see you anymore.
Oh
imagine.
no, man.
No, I freaking love White Paw. It was so much fun, dude. It was such a great time. But yeah, she just stole it, dude. She just and then your hoodie. We've talked about this. I think we talked about it last episode of the podcast. I don't own Woody's hoodie. Woodzy's hoodie.
Woody's hoodie.
I have the crew neck and this t-shirt. Those are mine. Can't wear it. Freaking yesterday, I walked into the room like she just put on my shirt, and I was like, I was gonna wear that shirt. It's like one of my comfiest shirts to like go to sleep, and I was like, I was gonna wear that one. Why?
Oh, I want to go to war with you, Gabe.
Go for
Gabe
it.
keeps stealing all my clothes. She called me out the other day, and she's like, damn, that top's comfortable. I was like, yeah, I know. She's like, and the next day she was wearing that top. I was like, excuse me?
It's
Hello?
my
I don't like
clothes.
this.
You have
Women
so
do this
many
as well.
clothes. Let me wear mine.
Steal our underwear, Gabe. Tell me this happens to you as well.
Do you want to know what I did in my drawer? All right, this is for everybody who has ever moved in with somebody. I have an underwear drawer with 2 separate little bins in it. They're like neoprene little things,
Oh,
right?
you have a divider. Oh,
Yeah,
you're
I
a
got
real
divider.
adult.
So I got 2 dividers in my underwear drawer. One side is my underwear I wear. Don't freaking touch it. The other side is literally full of underwear that I'm just like, fine, this is yours. You have it
Fine,
now.
I give up.
Whatever.
So
I give up.
This was it. I got chased the other day, and
Yeah.
Kate called me out for my underwear while she was wearing my good underwear, and I was like, "What do you mean? You can't? God!" Welcome to the end of our podcast, where we just like kind of not really complain about our girlfriends, but we really love them very much.
Yeah, it's adorable. It's adorable, but also I want my underwear. Like it's like the things we do for love. We sacrifice one
Stump,
piece of
I know you're
clothing.
here.
You said Stump has no idea? Is that what you just said?
No, I said Stump. I know you're here. She definitely would have made it this part and be like,
Oh.
I can't wait for these problems with Dingo.
Oh,
It's hard,
God.
man. Like how you say being in a long distance relationship is hard. I've been in one too, and it's hard.
My first
Then-
relationship had 2 years long distance, and this one we went 5 months.
2 years. Was that like at the start or the end?
It was at the end. We dated for a year.
I was gonna say I kind of answered that question myself. I was like, it's definitely gonna be at the end.
Yeah, yeah. We dated for 2 or a year. It was all in person, and it was like a year and 8 months long distance. And then she moved back for like 5 months, I think. Well, she technically got kicked out of her college. We don't have to talk about that. And then she moved back, and I was kind of like, yeah, this can't continue. And then it ended. It was hard though, dude. I used to
I had
drive
that.
up 12 hours. I would drive 12 hours to spend 24 hours with her, and then drive 12 hours back.
I did the equivalent, but the UK version. I drove 4 hours. Our country isn't as big, but it was. Listen, it's a statement. It's a statement.
It is a
drove 4
statement.
hours.
You're not wrong.
And like that was a long distance relationship, and then it got very close, and it's weird going from long distance to close as well.
It is, because you immediately get like, you're all up in that person's grill again for everything. I just got reminded because I just read a message. I just got reminded of a friend that you tell me what you think in this situation. Okay,
Go ahead.
a friend that pissed me off like royally. So I was in 11th grade or 12th grade, right? So we're almost adults. We're 17, 18. And my friend met this girl at like a convention for some smart nerd person thing. The girl was drop dead gorgeous. They also met at a smart convention. So she was very intelligent, very rare, smart, gorgeous. And she liked him. Trifecta, dude. That doesn't happen. None of those things happen all together, right? He told her that he didn't want to date her because she lived 45 minutes away. 45 minutes, my guy? And she played video games. I didn't even say that. She played video games.
The video games.
He was obsessed with WoW. She was obsessed with WoW. They were already on the same alliance. They were on alliance. It's just like, I don't know, man. And now I don't even know if he's probably single. I think he missed his shot.
He's probably miserable.
Probably. I was like, 45 minutes? I drove 12 hours.
I used to drive 30 minutes to see my girlfriend who was close. It's just because of the way the roads were.
Doesn't matter. It's like if it's your girlfriend, an amount of time driving is not necessarily a bad thing.
I drove to see Kate 40 minutes all the time. Yeah. What am I saying?
Yeah. I just in my head, I'm just
that
like,
come to my mind quicker. Whoops.
That's enough. 45 minutes is enough for you to say, nah, that's too much. Like in LA, dating's different. If it was LA, sure, whatever, because you can live 10 miles from someone and be 2 hours away by car. But we were in Florida, man. Freaking. We should have an advice podcast, a relationship advice podcast.
Should we?
Yes. I think we should.
Kate will come on and she'll be like, no, don't listen to this guy. He's an idiot.
I think we should. It'd be fun.
I'm a genius.
Let's do an episode. Let's do an episode on relationship advice.
Dating advice with Woodzy and Gabe.
Oh my God, we should. I'll put freaking hearts in the overlay. We'll both be beers.
Oh my God.
Just so the podcast gets more and more and more derailed.
No, I don't know how I feel about that.
I want to do that.
I feel like you're keeping me in check at the moment.
That's true.
No, it's just gonna go crazy. It's just gonna go crazy.
Who's gonna keep me in check? Actually, I've listened to 2 episodes where I'm beers, and definitely while recording, I felt like I was gone. But in the recording, it came out great. So you know what? Maybe I'll keep you in check. Who knows?
I've slurred like 6 times today. By slurred, I mean slurred speech.
Yeah.
I'd like to clarify that. Jesus Christ. I was just like, I've canceled myself.
Oh my God. Let's leave it at that before Woodzy makes any mistakes and talks about anything crazy. No, I'm kidding. We've had a wonderful day with you guys.
Making a porn.
Oh God. Okay. Well, yep, that's happening. You can Google it if you want. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on episode 7 of the Beers and Mead podcast. Again, I was coffee. My coffee's all gone. Woodsy's finished 4 beers total, right? There you go. 4 beers total, baby. We've had a wonderful time with you guys.
Listeners, I just held up my 4 empty bowls.
We've had a wonderful time. I've had a wonderful time with Woodzy. I'm sure he's had an okay time with me. Everything's been amazing. For the person who bought Woodzy's hoodie right now during the podcast, we both love you. We thank you. That was amazing. For the company that sent me that sponsorship thing, Pog, dude, thanks. I love that. And we're going to be back with the next episode of the podcast, which I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be about. It'd be a lot of fun. But if you guys want to hear that episode, make sure you subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. Remember, doesn't matter where you're hearing this from, hit the subscribe button so you can get the next episode automatically. Leave us a review so we can get you back in the podcast. We're going to start using the Twitter a little bit more so we can get some Twitter stuff in here so we can talk to you about that way. And
tweets.
Episode 10, we're having a mods cast with the mods. It's going to be fun. It's going to be cool. And we're going to talk about some cool stuff then too. Stump.
She's always really slow.
Unplugged.
She's slow to ban.
I'm ready.
Slow to turn up.
Slow to turn up. Okay, I'll call Stump out on that podcast.
Wait, if I'm Beers, does Stump have to be Beers with me?
Yeah, they have to match us. I'm assuming, which means I have to be Beans.
True. We're just gonna get Stump drunk. Stump drunk is actually quite dangerous.
We'll talk about this on the podcast. All right, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us today. We appreciate you so very much. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
Goodbye.